Call the meeting to order. Stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You recognizing that we don't have the mayor here, nor do we have a city clerk, I will entertain a motion to appoint a willing council member to take minutes for tonight.
So moved.
Who would you like to appoint?
Whoever's in the seat.
He's taking notes.
I move to approve Josh, almost a button and also my mind was blank, as described tonight's council meeting.
So moved, is there a second?
Second.
So moved and seconded to appoint Councilmember Putnam as tonight's ad hoc clerk. Is that the right term? Any discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. All right, congratulations, Councilmember Putnam. We will do a self-proclaimed roll call vote, please, starting with Councilmember Walker. Councilmember Walker's here.
John Jones here.
Putnam here. James McMahon here.
Gary, I'll be here.
Thank you.
I move to excuse Councilmember Leanne Geyer and Clint Steiger.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to excuse Councilmembers Geyer and Steiger. Are there comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, say nay. Councilmembers are excused. I do know that public testimony typically comes next. We don't have forms out tonight, which is another pleasure. Are there comments from the audience? Basic public testimony. Let's go ahead and form a line.
Agenda changes come next.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Let's do that first. Just as an outline. So I have in front of me 3 items for tonight's agenda that I'll put for old business. The first being grant acceptance for bicycle helmets. The second being City Hall hours of operation. And the third being status of bank error, I believe. Are there other items to add to the agenda? Seeing none, order.
Consent agenda. We have a packet of payables
We do have a
that
packet.
were only presented in paper in our boxes today.
Oh.
They have been reviewed by at least 2 members of finance. If you'd like a set of them.
Okay. Thank you. So we'll add a consent agenda as well. With only one item, which is grant acceptance. Back.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so one item consent agenda that consists of the packet that was put in the council member's boxes this afternoon. Any other items to add?
I'm not going to move to put it on the agenda, but the mayor has submitted to us a request in writing that we consider Sandy Paul as clerk. I voted for her last time, so there's no point in me moving to consider her, but if anyone else on the prevailing side last time would like to move to consider her, we can put her on the agenda. Just wanted to make it clear we had at least considered putting it on the agenda.
Is that in our box?
Yeah.
Is there such a desire? Seeing none. Other things to consider on the agenda? None. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda as created.
So moved.
Second. So moved and seconded to approve the agenda. Are there comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The opposed, say nay. The agenda is adopted. Once you've got that written down, if I can get it back. Now let's do some audience comments. And seeing as we have no forms tonight, if you could, folks could be patient and start a line behind Dwayne and give us, are you going to be able to, Josh, get there, get in that reach?
There we go.
You can type names and addresses?
We're getting him a report.
Okay.
There's also the cameraman, I guess.
We are multi-talented.
What talented council people we have. Okay, so I just wanted to read a couple things here. I made a public request for a public record.
Can you give your name and address?
Dwayne Gratz, 122 3rd Avenue Northwest, Pacific, Washington.
Trent, did you get that?
No, our attorney is distracting me, hold on.
Dwayne Gratz, 122 3rd Avenue Northwest, Pacific, Washington.
Get it? Good,
Okay, so, on April 4th, I made a request for public records to the city. My description of the records requested was, please provide any and all documents or records, handwritten, typewritten, digital, recorded, or photographic of any type in the possession of the City of Pacific, Washington, its employees or contractors pertaining to any verbal or written complaints made by anyone against Police Lieutenant Edwin Massey or Police Public Service Director John Calkins within the past 180 calendar days, including up to the end of business on today's date. So today I got a response from Stephanie Shook, Records Specialist Public Information Officer, Pacific Police Department, which I didn't expect to get it from the police department, but, so I don't know if I'm going to get other ones too, because I previously got a letter that said I would get a response by the 26th, so I was surprised to get it from the police department. So it says, Mr. Gratz, in response to your request for information pertaining to any verbal or written complaints made by anyone against Police Lieutenant Edwin Massey or Public Safety Director John Calkins, there are no records within the last 180 days involving either individual. I have verified this in reviewing our complaint log and looking over our internal investigation log. The records I maintain would only account for complaints generated and filed by citizens to our agency directly. I would not have any records of complaints that were taken to City Hall directly. There was a complaint that I'm aware of that was generated by a citizen reference failure to respond to his parking complaint. It was in turn taken to the mayor and submitted to our agency for review. This complaint was regarding Lieutenant Massey and was unsubstantiated and found to have no merit. The individual making the complaint was giving the best assistance available at the time. Our officer were actively engaged in working a lengthy homicide investigation. We had multiple outside agencies within town assisting us in our efforts during the period the complaint was referencing. I've also enclosed in the response to you a copy of the City of Pacific Police Department's public disclosure form. Should you ever need to request information for our agencies, this is the best form to utilize. Should you require any further assistance, you may phone our office. So, my question, do you know that if I'm going to get an actual response from City Hall, or is this what I'm going to get? If nothing else, this tells me that the mayor's saying that these gentlemen had complaints filed against them by somebody here. Obviously, the mayor didn't take it to the police department and tell them about it. So, I guess I'll just wait and see if I get something on the 26th. If I don't, I'll let you know. If I do, I'll let you know.
Mr. Burnett?
You should be getting something from City Hall also, because I know that I turned something into.
Oh, okay. So as far as the police department, no, there was no complaints against these officers. Thank you.
Thank you.
Don Thompson, 416 Second Avenue Southeast Pacific. I'm not accusing anybody because I'm not a smart enough man to do that.
416 Second Avenue South.
Second Avenue Southeast.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not a smart enough man to accuse anybody, but this is my own opinion and a timeline. The 9th of October, we went to Superior Court on a recall. The attorney stated that he was not retained by Marisai's son until the 7th of October. At the end of October, the books showed a discrepancy. There's no record on the mortgage in his house, and I doubt if his wife let him tap into her retirement program because he's on VA with limited income, and I doubt if he has the money to do it. I cannot believe that something hasn't been done by now to find out what happened. I cannot believe that he is billing the city for something that by state law is illegal, and that is the city funding his recall legal fees. I wish some action would be taken to investigate it and look into it. Thank you.
Stacy, can you send 415 Second Avenue Southeast?
Like, did you get it?
415 Second Avenue.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I have a question regarding Betty, the finance director, and her absence for the last 2 meetings. Can she be suspended from pay because she's not attending these meetings?
I don't believe that attending council meetings is a job requirement, nor do I think council can suspend pay. Am I correct?
We told her to.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
The finance director, like all staff, works at the pleasure of the mayor, who has directed her in writing not to attend.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment on items not on the agenda? Going once, going twice. So, we will move on to report. The mayor is not here tonight, so unless he's left a report with anybody, we'll move on to that one. Finance, is there anything to report? No finance director from the committee chairman, anything to report?
I've been informed that the finance director has been instructed to postpone the installation of the additional software modules authorized by council, the B&O tax module and what's the next one, permit module, was it? Yeah, that was supposed to start a week or 10 days here, and apparently, I haven't seen this in writing from the finance director or anybody, but I've been told that there's been a direction to stop all of that indefinitely. No reason given. This is depressing. The B&O tax module should bring in thousands of dollars of additional revenue to the city within its first year in use. It would pay for itself and then some. I don't know why it would not be installed. Have not received any information on this.
Any questions for the finance chair? Seeing none, we'll move on. Public safety. Okay. Okay. Anything from committee members? You're the only committee member here tonight, right?
Pardon?
You're the only public safety committee member here tonight, aren't you?
That's correct.
Yeah. Anything to report?
No, I was going to contact Auburn, but I've had croup all last week and I haven't been able to get out far from bed.
Okay. I will also say I had an opportunity to chat with one of the employees in the city of Auburn, let them know that to expect your call, so they're ready to do that. Public Works, Community Development.
The only thing I want to report is we're trying to get moving forward again on Stewart Road, and I'd like to request that the Public Works Committee meet this week, on Wednesday night if possible.
For the Public Works Committee members.
Yeah.
You, John, are you in Public Works?
Carrie,
Okay. Does that work for you guys?
Wednesday night, 7 o'clock.
Yeah?
I believe that'll work, yeah.
John?
I'm not,
Oh.
I'm not.
Okay.
Clint is.
Clint and Leanne.
I'll let him know. No. Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's 7.
Okay. So, Public Works Committee, Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Here in this room?
Yeah, probably doing the conference room.
Secret?
Yeah.
What is it?
The war room.
The War Room, that's right.
Control.
Anything else to add? Any questions? We'll move on. Community Senior Youth Services. Don't see anybody here tonight. Any committee members have anything to report?
We have a meeting scheduled for next month.
Do you know a date?
I know.
Okay. Meeting scheduled for early next month and a date to be determined. John? Anything to add? Okay. All right. Any questions for the no report? We'll move on. City Council. Any reports from council members? Councilmember Walker? Not all at once? Councilmember Putnam? Councilmember Jones? It's a light night. Personnel.
we have no clerk.
That's right. Committee board, park board, come on up.
You might get up here. Sherry Cason, 422 Chicago Boulevard South.
Thank you for waiting.
Park Board Commissioner,
And what was your last name again, I'm sorry?
CASON. Earth Day is going. It is Saturday. The postcards have been delivered. Everybody gets their postcards in the mail. If you don't, I have extras. The special prize you get if you bring it back, it came in last week. We have some vendors, not as many as I had hoped, set up for information tables, but due to the late start that I got, most of them were booked. So, but we will have a small vendor or information fair this year. The team process, we seem to have worked out so that we're going to have a lot of teams for the trash pickup and the park cleanup. We bought new tools for the park cleanup, so you don't have to bring your own shovels and rakes. We bought those. Everything seems to be fine. Starts 9 o'clock Saturday morning. I'll be here at 7, so if anybody wants to get here early and help set up. The weather is iffy, but it hasn't said more than showers, so we can deal with showers, I think. We won't melt. Anything else?
Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you.
Civil service. Any updates there, Ken, do we know?
I believe the mayor was served with a petition in order to rid of mandate and show cause today with the court why the two officers should not be reinstated.
Any hearing date set for that?
I believe it's May 6th, but I can find out.
Okay. Gary, could you grab that microphone and bring it back to you guys? Planning Commission. No report. South King County Transportation Board. Didn't use the acronym. I forget who's on the, Leanne on that?
Yes, Leanne.
Okay. Any questions for Leanne? We'll move on. Pierce County Regional Council.
Nothing going on.
Okay. Sound Cities Association. Is that Leanne as well?
That's Leanne.
Okay. Valley Regional Fire Authority. Do you want to read the slide?
I've got it up, if you want me to read it.
No.
There was one incident specific on the 10th. This is the last report I have of natural gas. We divide till the...
Any questions? Ken?
The hearing is set for May 3rd, Friday, 10:30 a.m., Kent Regional Justice Center.
10:30?
Correct. An order compelling the respondent to immediately perform the mandatory duties imposed upon him as the mayor of the city under the municipal code and the civil service regulations, reinstating officers Massey and Calkins, issued on April the 5th.
Thank you.
I will forward all that, those pleadings to council members tomorrow.
Thank you. I don't believe we have any... Go ahead.
Can I ask one hypothetical question there? Well, it seems unlikely. What if the Pierce County Court and the King County Court come to opposing conclusions on these matters since the mayor has filed that in Pierce County?
No, I believe I haven't a clue.
Okay. Fair enough.
It just came in and I have not had the opportunity to review it, but there is a conflict and it will be resolved.
All right.
Don't believe we have any public hearings scheduled for tonight. Lord, I hope not. We'll go to old business. Item number 1, grant acceptance for bicycle helmets. I do believe we had a staff briefing on this or paper on this during our workshop. So I'm basically trying to find mine. I forget, is there somebody who's handy to present that?
I haven't copied in my mailbox, but I don't have it. I don't have it handy, but I remember enough of it to tell you what it is.
Okay. You want to present it?
Sure. This is an annual grant we get to fund helmets for the bicycle safety rodeo program. Purchases low-cost helmets for distribution to the attendees there. Been doing it for several years now with considerable community participation, and never had any complaints about it. So I would move to accept the grant.
Second.
It's been moved by Councilmember Putnam and seconded by Councilmember Jones to accept the grant as was presented to council last week. Are there, Councilmember Putnam, speak to your motion.
Nothing further?
Councilmember Jones, speak to your second.
None.
Are there comments from council members? Councilmember Stipes.
As I recall, that grant was for $500 on the total cost of $800 some dollars for the helmets that have been purchased.
Is that consistent with your,
Sounds about right, yeah.
okay? Other remarks? This is great. Are there comments from the audience? Anybody awake tonight? Motion before the council is a motion by Councilmember Putnam, seconded by Councilmember Jones, to accept the grant for bicycle helmets as presented. Roll call of council, please. You can do that. Oh, you're gonna do that.
Yeah, let's see.
I guess I can call him.
Sure, that'll work.
Councilmember Jones?
Aye.
Councilmember Putnam?
Aye.
Councilmember Holden?
Aye.
Councilmember Walker?
Aye.
Councilmember McMahon votes aye as well. The motion carries.